Implementing transactions in a large distributed environment is hard. There are many design patterns that you'll need to apply, and there are different technologies that you'll need to make working together. Because it is a challenging task to implement transactions that span multiple services and keep data in a consistent state across multiple distributed services, it is better to look for a framework that was designed to help us build transactional microservices. And in this lecture, I wanted to introduce you to two different frameworks that make building transactional microservices much easier. The first framework is called Eventuate. It is a very good framework for building transactional microservices, and as it is mentioned on Eventuate website, it is an open source platform for developing microservices, and it mainly consists of two frameworks. The first one is Eventuate Trom, which is a framework for services that use traditional persistence like GPA and Entity Framework. And the second one is Eventuate Local, which is an event sourcing framework. In this video course, we will use event sourcing, and in one of the following video lessons, you will learn what event sourcing is. Eventuate framework also provides a great support for building sagas, for implementing queries using CQRS design pattern, and it also provides a great support for asynchronous messaging. If you visit Eventuate website, you'll find a very well prepared documentation and a very detailed getting started guide. The material is just great, and it is very well explained with many detailed diagrams. I definitely recommend to check it out. In this video course, however, I'm going to use a different framework called Axon. Axon framework is an open source framework for event-driven microservices and domain-driven design. The framework is based on architectural principles such as domain-driven design and CQRS, and with Axon framework we can build very scalable and extensible application and implement business logic that spans across multiple distributed microservices while maintaining data consistency. In this video course I will use Axon framework, and the good news is that it has a very good integration with Spring Boot and Spring framework. And this means that we can just focus on building the business logic, and a lot of configuration will be done for us by the framework. Notice that both Eventuate framework, which I have mentioned in the previous slide, and Axon framework use CQRS design pattern. And in fact, Axon framework is based on CQRS and domain-driven design patterns. So before we start using Axon framework, let's first learn what CQRS design pattern is, and then we will come back to Axon framework and see how CQRS applications are built using this framework.